Please don't touch the arch, the arch, the arch, the arch, the arch, the arch.
All right, and we're rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, man. My name is Justice. Go by Just Alonge via social media. Do video editing, do some creative direction here and there, photo editing here and there. Yeah, I just do a lot of creative things. I think it's just bringing your imagination into reality, you know, and not being afraid of what others are gonna think. You know, not being caught up in other people's validation to why you shouldn't put things out or whatever the case might be. That's a good question. Cause I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, I've been in this weird place creatively that I would say where it's like, I realized like, I've been doing this whole jack of all trades thing for like years, but I think now I'm in a place where I wanna kind of like segue into being a master of one. I think it's just a matter of like understanding like what works for me right now and what can't I try to do without putting monetary value behind it. With not worrying about the financial aspect of creating everything, I think there's more freedom in that, and there's less stress and there's less pressure. And I think focusing on that, and also very spiritual guy, so I kind of always go to Matthew 6, 30 something. I can't pinpoint it. Basically, it just says, "Can any one of you add a single hour to your life by worrying?" With that being said, again, I just try to focus on what makes me feel free. What's something I can do that I know hours can pass by and I won't feel tired by it, I won't feel stressed, etc. I think just focusing on today. We don't have literal time machines where we can go forward or go backwards, right? So whatever I have the time to do within the day, within the present moment, then I just execute and be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. Ooh, I learned a lot, man. Man, there's so many answers I could give you. But the first thing that comes to mind was I realized that I had a pride issue. And I feel like it's a lot of people, but I'm one of the people where it's like, I don't like asking for help. Like, if I could do it all by myself, I'd rather just do that. And I realized at the time that with throwing an event, like, again, everything costs money, man. But I didn't realize how much it cost, like, throwing an event together. So it took 2 years for the event to actually happen, because the first year I was just trying to get sponsorships and I went through that circuit. But then I was like, you know what, no, let me just stack up the lettuce myself. Like, why not, F it. I did that for a while, but emergencies just kept on happening. I'm like, bruh, what's going on? Like, and then I felt led to, went into like my prayer class. I'm like, God, I know you laid it on my heart to do this event. I have to do this. How am I gonna do it, And I remember the first thing, that week, it came to me like, raise money for it. Like, bro, I gotta ask people for money? Heck no. And I remember I went on a social media break around that time too. I was like, bro, I went on a social media break, so you expect me to come back on social media and ask people for money? First thing is ask people for money. I was like, nah, I don't know. That's the great thing about God, like, you never know what he has in store for you. From there, it was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. And so I literally just again, went on socials and then told people I have 3 months to do this. So however much I can make, that's gonna be the quality of the event. Thankfully, towards the week of the event, we ended up making like 1K more than we even asked for. And again, I'm so grateful to God that happened, and grateful to everybody that donated. But the moral of the story, what I'm saying is, like, again, I realized it was a pride issue because I didn't want to ask for help. A 2-year process could have been like a 6-month process, but it ended up being that long because of pride. Oh yeah, man, I'm excited. Like, I think I've kind of shedded off the new year, new me type of thing. At the end of the day, it's like, whether we're January, if we're in March, December, whatever the case might be, again, we can only take one day at a time. But I think, yeah, coming into this new year, it's like, I just want to be more inclusive of what other people got going on, if it makes sense. There's no ceiling to my imagination that I feel like. So if I feel like God laid something on my heart to create, then I'm gonna be obedient. We're just gonna get the job done. Working on just like short visuals, bringing like my favorite songs to life, be like mini short films maybe. And yeah, honestly, just working on, whatever makes sense at the moment. Thank you, Reed, for having me here. Appreciate the conversation. I'm even realizing more things about myself. I'm like, yo, what's going on, y'all? Justice. And I just gotta tell y'all one thing. I'm a blunt creative, man. So best believe we here, live and direct.